24/7 at goblackbears.com/shop. Follow Bear Necessities on social media. And this broadcast is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Visit your Chick-fil-A location in Bangor today.
Coach Barr was less than enthusiastic and pleased about his team's week of practice after the weird Sunday afternoon game. You get home late, early Monday morning, right? Kind of throws your week off. He said they did not have a great week of practice. I won't tell you exactly what he said. He was a little less than kind to his guys. And I kind of see what he means. This little bit of, not lackadaisical, but, less purpose in their game has kind of crept in here in the second period.
An icing call here against Stonehill as they tried a quick little breakout pass, so we'll bring it back down to the other end and face it off. This Stonehill program has definitely gone through some ups and downs as they've started as a Division I program. Their first season as a D1 team was in 2022-23. They had a very good record. They were 17-6-2. But most of that was played against Division II and III competition. They were 0-5 against the D1 teams they played that year. They stepped up last year to play almost a full Division I schedule, and they went 2-34.
That's painful.
Only one of those wins came against a Division I opponent. That was against Lindenwood in February of last season. They also beat Assumption University, who is a D2-3 school. Once again, they are still playing a few Division II and III opponents this season, but it is mostly a Division I
Well, they played some Hockey East teams besides Maine. They've beaten Merrimack.
Yeah, they've got an above 500 record against Hockey East this year. In fact, 2-1. Also a loss to Northeastern besides the 2 overtime wins against Merrimack. With the puck now is Renwick for Maine. He'll shoot it in. Evan Orr had the puck skip away from him, but he'll go get it. Banks it ahead, but Milady did not touch that up, so it results in icing. If you're
looking to be competitive, I think is their idea, and they want to be competitive, and they want to establish their culture and all that takes time, and it's just part of the process that they have to go through, to get to where they want to be. But we're seeing evidence of it here in the second period.
Maine controls the draw there. Chabrier's one-timer hit off of Fowler's skate on his way through the slot. Russell to the side of the right circle. Backhands to Fowler. Fowler turns and shoots it toward the net, but it's blocked wide to the end glass. Back again here is Sholey. Sully Sholey. Backhands. That hit the outside of the post. Tried to get it back in front. Andrelevich cut it off. Mannion not out. Chabrier to Russell, trying to get it in front, but well-positioned was Orr. Cleared away again by the Skyhawks. Brought in by Taylor McCarr. Make that Chabrier. Charlie Russell has it. Couldn't find Nemo in the middle. Chabrier swats ahead. Now Orr one-hands it in for the shoot-in by Milady. Under 5 minutes to play in the second period now. Stonehill has the only goal of the period, the first in the career for the freshman Leo Chambers, just 1:40 into the frame. Here's Komarov now for the Black Bears. Komarov to Calafieri. Next to it, though, is Justin Gibson. Stonehill collects the puck in. Brought in by Brady Hunter. That pass behind Bankier. Shot back in again by Jake Cady. And that one played down ice again. It's Mitten shooting into the Zamboni corner. Harrison Scott turning to his forehand. He'll rip it. Gloved by Androlevich, and he'll hang on. So that'll bring us to another break in the action. We've got 3 minutes 50 seconds to go in the second. Maine leads 2-1. You're watching Hockey East on ESPN+.
This year, Versant Power celebrates 100 years of service to customers. The times have changed, but Versant's commitment to providing safe, reliable electricity still holds true. They've helped our communities grow and prosper, powering homes and businesses through the years. Their team is always there when you need them most, in the field and behind the scenes. Then, now, and into the future.
If you're buying or selling a home, call the official home team of the Black Bears, Berkshire Hathaway, the Emily Ellis team, and CMG Financial. These all-stars have you covered for all your real estate needs, and they make a donation to Maine Athletics for every sale. Tell them Bananas sent you. And get an inside look at the Black Bear men's hockey program and hear from Coach Ben Barr himself at the Black Bear Coaches Show every Wednesday night at 6 at the Sea Dog Brewing Company in Bangor. If you can't make it in person, tune in on the Black Bear Sports Network, the Black Bear Nation app, or goblackbears.com.
28 shots on goal for Maine, 3:50 to go here in the third period, but 9 shots on goal for Stonehill. So if you're doing the math in the second period, Stonehill would have 8 and Maine would only have 10. So the shot advantage that we saw in the first period sort of evaporated here in the second.
Maine all over the Skyhawks in the first period, but Stonehill has settled down here in the second. With the puck now is Scott. Taken away from him by Orr, who gets it out to neutral ice. Orr once more. Schreifels didn't get it very far into the zone. Jurasevich takes it back again for the Black Bears. Harrison Scott receives in the center circle, brings in, toe drags, backhander, fought off by Andrelevich. Lesikowski couldn't get to that one. Scott gloves down, and they're calling for a hand pass.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Prior to that, though, good job by Harrison Scott to get that puck into a shooting position. He slips it through his feet, but he's on the backhand, and he's kind of wide. Shoots it up high, tries to go upstairs, gets it up over the net.
And Harrison Scott has actually been called for a penalty here.
For a call for holding the puck, I think.
Yep, that's exactly what got called.
Did he grab it? I guess so. Didn't see that first time through. Oh, man. Well,
Ben Barr looks like he would like an explanation from Stephen Rouliard, the referee that made the call.
I don't know if we can get another look at it. It'd be great to see it, but he's not allowed to take steps with it. You can close your hand on it, but you got to put it right down. And maybe the referee said he closed his hand on it and passed it. Can't do that. Yeah, you'll get Ben Barr trying to explain to him what he saw, and the referee says, no, I didn't see it that way. I saw him grab the puck and toss it.
So Harrison Scott takes the penalty, and with the puck now, or with the power play now, their third of the game is Stonehill. 0 for 2 thus far. Again, 0 for their last 14 as a team. As Maine looks to get the puck out of the zone. And it's Orr. Could not get that one past Jurasevich, who will send it all the way down. As Andrelevich gives the puck to Evan Orr. Orr on his own blue line.
It's a good name for a defenseman, isn't it?
It sure is. And no, as far as I know anyway, no relation to Bobby Orr.
I think we would have heard about it.
Pretty sure you're right. Chopped away, and Brazil couldn't get it out. Schreifels saved Boya. And Schreifels down there along with Aben. Up in the air, Brazil knocked it down. Jurasevich has it and will send it all the way down. Orr has the puck again. Evan Orr. And it's Brady Hunter who gets checked by McCarr. Devlin O'Brien. Maine gets to the puck first, and Antonacci gets that clearance.
Yeah, good job engaging guys just as they get over the blue line, force them to the outside, get puck possession, send it down. So far, only one shot on goal in this power play for Stonehill.
Ireland will go get it himself on the entry. Hunter to Gibson. And now O'Brien, stopped by Boya, rebound, score! Picked back up by Brady Hunter and slammed home. A power play goal for Stonehill, and we're tied.
Well, Alvin Boya doesn't control the rebound. It kicks out to his left, to the right of the cage, and just an easy shot for Brady Hunter because he's got a lot of net to shoot at. Look as the puck comes out. Maine can't control it, can't find it. Brady Hunter steps into it. Short side, there's a look from up above. And Alvin Boya, having to look through traffic, doesn't control that rebound, and that's usually trouble, and that time it certainly was. So if you're Maine, this should be a wake-up call because this has not been the period you want to play after dominating the first period. Maine has allowed Stonehill to hang around and get back into this hockey game.
Here comes Zach Aben once again. Stonehill now even with the number 5 ranked team in the country. At Alfond Arena, where Maine is 6-0-1 so far this season. Orr stick breaks on the shot attempt. He has another one quickly off the bench as Mitten shoots it in.
Yeah, great job by the equipment guy to recognize what was happening and get him a stick, or maybe one of his teammates just gave him his. I think that's what happened. So he's able to defend right away with a stick.
30.6 seconds to go in the second period. This puck went off. The equipment manager is Alex Gurley for Stonehill. And I believe you're right. It would have been one of the players who just handed a stick off.
Yeah,
because
smart.
The sticks are on the opposite side of the bench.
Yeah, smart heads-up play by a teammate there to allow him to continue to defend with a stick. Otherwise, Mitten would have had a pretty good opportunity on the right wing side to just take it down the ice.
Maine controls the face-off. Play it behind the net, but the first to it is Gibson for Stonehill. Brazil to McCarr. Wrist shot, blocked by Orr. Renwick tries to chase down the loose puck. Held in by Dalton at the point, but he gave it away to Schreifels. Brazil with 5 seconds left before the intermission. Brazil will get it forward. McCarr will get it in, and that will do it for the first period. So for the second period, I should say, as dominant as the first was for Maine, Stonehill with an excellent response in the second.
Credit Stonehill for hanging around and staying disciplined and being opportunistic. They got the power play goal to tie this hockey game up. If you're Maine, you got to go into the dressing room and do an identity. And this crowd is really back into this hockey game.
We are back for the third period. Maine Black Bears and the Stonehill Skyhawks are tied at 2. Maine scoring 2 goals in the first period. Stonehill answering with a couple in the second period. It's V-Week at ESPN when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. This is game-changing research that helps save lives. You can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. One of the great new traditions here at the University of Maine, the lights going down and the cell phone lights coming out to light things up as the team takes the ice for the third.
Well, if you're Maine, you got to recommit to the style of play that's gotten you where you are so far in this season. I know I said it before, but never more true than after what we saw in the second period. Maine has really got to get back to their simplistic game, getting it deep, pucks to the net, bodies to the net, and maybe, think about more puck possession. Don't be so quick to get rid of the puck. Try to make make a stronger play with the puck, maintain possession of the puck, and force the Stonehill Skyhawks to run around a little bit like they did in the first period.
It really felt like two different games
Really did.
almost
Yes.
between the two periods. Maine just so dominant, really hemming Stonehill in. Stonehill, it felt like, just was icing the puck ad nauseum to relieve pressure. And then in the second, Stonehill was a lot more aggressive on the forecheck, forcing Maine to make some mistakes. Maybe Maine getting a little bit lackadaisical themselves, and Stonehill taking advantage of some of those mistakes.
Well, I said it during the period, Coach wasn't really excited about the week of practice that they had, and sometimes those things carry over, and so you've got to break those bad habits. Talk about the keys to the game that we talked about before. Play your game, details, good habits. Those are things that you could apply as a key to any hockey game, especially in Division I college hockey. And Maine got away from it in the second period. They'll have to recommit to that here in the third.
And pass called against Maine, 13 seconds into the period. The third period opening faceoff was brought to you by Maine Trailer, the official trailer and storage container company of the Black Bears.
So a seemingly innocuous penalty at center ice, the hand grab of the puck, led to a goal that tied this hockey game. One thing leads to another.
And it's Orr sending the puck ahead, but too far for Henri Schreifels. And it's Brazil with it now for Maine. Mitten got a hold of it to get it in. Quickly cleared out. Brazil shoots in. That one banked right to Mitten, whose shot is blocked. Mitten's got it again, but nobody was there on his left wing as the other forwards on the line were changing out.
Surrounded by purple, not a lot of options. Tried to get another shot away. That got blocked. Puck comes down the other end, but
Arnott D to Jurasevich, and then it's coughed up by Nadeau. It's Cole Milady getting it to the front. Doesn't quite make it to Boya. Gaudette keeps it alive. Jurasevich, the former Merrimack Warrior, to McCarr, the ex-UMass Minuteman. Josh Nadeau tried to get it down low. Renwick's got it behind the goal line. Jurasevich, good little pinch to keep that alive against Milady. Renwick, Jurasevich, to the top of the slot. No shooting lane. Now finds one. That one off of Fowler and wide of the net. Nadeau fakes the slapper. It's Renwick. He tries and scores! Tipped in front. That time by the Black Bears. It's Grayson Arnott scoring the goal, and Maine's back ahead.
well, you might ask yourself, what is a defenseman doing down in front of the net? Well, Grayson Arnott is down there, and he provides screening in front of Androlowicz, and he gets a piece of this puck. And you got to see him get it. You know, he redirects that puck. Nice deflection. Kind of sends it back to the left and through the pads of Androlowicz, and that puts Maine back up on top, thankfully. An even strength goal. And a minute 29 into the game, into the second period.
First goal of the season and first point of the season for the junior defenseman Grayson Arnott. So Maine back ahead early on in the third period. They've been very good scoring early and late in periods. About a third of their goals come in either the first 2 or last 2 minutes of a period. Here comes Sholey. Sully Sholey tried to turn it back forward, but it's intercepted by Hastings. Hunter Hastings hit by Dalton, and that jarred the puck free. And Fowler looking for Russell, as Stonehill able to get the puck back into the main zone. Taken back out again, though, by Brazil.
And we often talk about, the home ice advantage here at Alphon Arena. Well, the crowd was pretty quiet in the second period, rightfully so, but now they are back into it. All it took was a goal by Maine, and this crowd is really back into this hockey game, and see if Maine can use that to their advantage.
Saved by Androlowicz there. On the try by Thomas Friel. Jurasevich off the skate of Jake Cady. And here comes Scott. Harrison Scott tries that shot that's wide. Tipped to the corner by Bankier. Bankier now with the puck again. Lettinen shoots it. Blocker save made by Boya. Chabrier. Schreifels works that back for Bankier. His shot blocked. Mitten a little bit ahead of Friel, who'll get off for a change. Orr. Evan Orr weaves back in. The slapper, and Schreifels shatters the stick. Chabrier. Again for Maine to McCarr. Taylor McCarr. Oh, an assist today for McCarr. Chabrier knocked it out to center, and that one is up off of a stick and out of play. 16:07 to go here in the third period. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by United Rentals, the official equipment rental company of the Black Bears.
A lot of lumber out there in that shift. Broken stick, one for each side. Linesman cleans up the ice as we get ready for a neutral zone face-off.
This is indeed a heavy hockey game today. Another afternoon game between these two teams tomorrow. We'll play at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. As Albin Boya covers up the puck. This game is brought to you in part by Dirigo Pines, where it's not like home, it is home. Dirigo Pines makes senior living simple. Start planning your retirement today by contacting Jenna Bean to schedule a visit. Draw to the left of Boya, controlled by the Black Bears. Lesikowski to McCarr, who swats it in and then delivers the check to Bankier. And a save made there by Andrelevich on the try by McCarr. Whipped around by Antonacci. Lesikowski bats it to McCarr. McCarr lost the handle on the puck. Bankier now couldn't get it out. That's Nadeau going cross corner to Komarov. Oscar Komarov. And it's Orr taking over behind the Stonehill goal. He'll lift it ahead behind Nicholas. And Lesikowski on it for Maine. Nicholas Nemo sends it on net, turned away by Andrelevich. Given away by Stonehill. Nemo scores! Nicholas Nemo, in his first game of the season, has a goal. And the Black Bears have a 2-goal lead.
Well, if you're Nicholas Nemo, that's got to feel really good. He fights his way into the lineup, and now he makes a difference, extending the lead to 4-2. Watch as he wheels in the middle of the ice, and he's got a little bit of time. The defender tries to come out and get his stick in the shooting lane, unable to do so, and he fires this high up over the blocker of Androlowitz, and man, Nicholas Nemo finds his name on the score sheet. Good for him.
Nemo in his second year as a Black Bear. He is a junior. He transferred from Bentley along with Harrison Scott. Nemo hadn't been able to crack the lineup yet this season, but that's a way to reward Coach Barr for putting him in, is to score a goal.
Yeah, sure is. And, they need guys to step up. We didn't even talk about Lyndon Breen being out, and that's a big loss offensively. So they're going to look for production from guys that maybe are new to the lineup, guys that haven't produced quite as much so far this year, and Charlie Russell's got to draw a penalty.
Devlin O'Brien tripped him down, and Schreifels with a big one. I think they might be calling 2.
Well, this would be painful if you're Stonehill, because it's going to be a 5-on-3.
Yep, they are going to call both.
The trip, and then the boarding. Here's another look as Charlie Russell gets tripped up there, and then watch him take this hit from Schreifels. Are they going to call it contact to the head? Or are they going to call it... I think he's eligible for a hit. He just got rid of the puck. Not that much time elapsed, so maybe it's boarding. We'll have to wait for the call.
We'll see. I think the discussion is going to be, are they calling that hit on Schreifels a 2-minute penalty or a 5-minute penalty?
They're going to call that elbow.
2 minors, okay.
Okay, well, 5-on-3 for Maine, and a chance to just extend this lead a little bit further.
So this will be a big moment in the game. Maine can really lengthen the lead once again. So they'll have a full 2 minutes of 5-on-3. Unless we have a challenge, which we might. So that is exactly what has occurred. Ben Barr is going to utilize his challenge here to see if they can upgrade that elbowing penalty to a major for contact to the head.
Yeah, from our angle, it was hard to tell. I couldn't see the elbow. I thought perhaps it would be a contact to the head. Now, Charlie Russell was kind of down low, and, might have been at head level. Yeah, ooh, man. I think it's going to be contact to the head. There's your elbow, and it right in the ear of Charlie Russell. See in your on your screen, lower left. Here's another look at it. Here's the trip. Good job, Charlie Russell, picking up the puck. And now watch as Schreifels comes in. Yep. Man, hard to tell from that angle, but the other angle that we saw sure looked like that elbow that got called looked like it might have been to the head of Charlie Russell.
Yeah, certainly that look from behind the goal was...
Schreifels is kind of a big dude.
Yep.
And Charlie Russell, Schreifels 6'2", 195. Charlie Russell in a slight crouch, head level a little bit low as he's coming around behind the net. Here it is. Well, fans don't like it, but it's still a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, so let's not be crying in our beer too badly here. So momentum clearly in Maine's favor now, and a chance to really probably put this hockey game away if you can score on the man advantage here.
Black Bears power play unit to start. Friel, Scott, McCarr, Brazil, and Russell. The killers for Stonehill are Aben, Gaudet, and Bankier. Maine controls. Russell to Brazil. Right circle, Scott. Scott scored the power play goal earlier on. Friel's right down there, but it's stopped by Andrelevich back out front. Russell couldn't get it on net. Russell to Brazil. Russell left circle across for Scott. Had to settle it. Brazil top of the slot. Scott shoots it, blocked. McCarr, hard pass back to Brazil. Scott walking in with it. Scott shoots it. Blocker save, Andrelevich.
Trying to improve his position by moving to the middle of the ice, looking for a shooting lane.
Brazil. Again, gets it from Russell. One-timer. Scott blocked by Gaudet. 1:02 left in the 5-on-3. Scott to Brazil. He'll shoot it. Tipped just wide by Friel. Friel to Scott. Russell shoots it. That's wide. Again to Scott. Russell, top of the left circle. On his forehand to Scott. He shoots. It's stopped, and it sticks to Andrelevich.
Clever play by Charlie Russell. Forces the defender to go down, commit. Doesn't take the shot. Sends it over to Harrison Scott, who's got a pretty good track record of shooting on the power play, and Andrelevich hangs on. Good sequence for Maine. Puck never left the zone the whole sequence. 1:22 of power play time. The puck was in Stonehill end the entire time. Not only did Maine get the shots, but they got their own rebounds, reset, and reworked it around. Very effective.
One-timer Renwick is stopped by Andrelevich. I have a feeling he's probably seen that a few times in Maine's practice.
Yeah, once or twice probably, but I think Renwick, the puck seemed like it was on edge and ended up shooting it right in the middle of Andrelevich. So, got to pick a corner.
Renwick controls that to Mitten. Nadeau, Jurasevich. One-timer by Fowler misses the net, and it's held in by Jurasevich. 21 seconds on the 5-on-3. Nadeau scores!
Man.
Josh Nadeau off the post and in. 5-2 Black Bears.
Well, we saw this a few times last year. Josh has a sneaky hard wrist shot. Watch as he looks up, looking for open space. He goes top shelf right corner, and that puck just rifles around inside the cage. As Andrelevich comes out, tries to play the angle, and is appearing set, but man, Josh has got an incredible wrist shot. And you think smaller guy, doesn't have that much, won't put that much on it. Man, when he's got the time to do it, he really can whistle that puck, and that puts Maine up on top 5-2.
So Maine is.
Does that go down as a power play goal, Jeff?
Yes, that will be a 5-on-3 power play goal. Still 10 seconds left in the power play overall.
Yeah, I thought so, but I didn't see time on the penalty clock. I guess it's on the other clock. All right. Gotcha. So Maine's still on the power play for a few seconds.
Komarov. It's Lesikowski as that penalty ends to Schreifels. So Maine will be 2 for 5 officially on the power play. Antonacci, one-timer Calafieri, put that right into the leg of Aben. Boya out to play the puck, got it to center. Shot back in again by Charlie Bankier. Nemo gets it up ahead, or to Bankier. That one heads all the way through and results in an icing. The OBC Family 4-Pack is back. Get 4 tickets to any home football game and free kids meals at Orono Brewing Company in Orono for only $44. Ask for the Family 4-Pack at the Alfond Arena box office or look for it online at goblackbears.com. Draw to the right of Andrelevich. Friel knocked over. Scott. Harrison Scott still, but now it's Hastings. Taken away. And back up ice is Thomas Friel. Chabrier. Given away to Orr. And Stonehill is able to chip out to center. Well, down by Scott to Dalton. Chabrier to Mitten. Chabrier joining the rush there. Mitten couldn't find him as Orr cut the puck off. Bankier to Grainda. And that one a little out of the reach of Katie. Chabrier wants to turn it the other way. Renwick shoots into the zone. Makar and Gaudette battling for it. Arnott to Taylor Makar.
Could have been holding.
Nadeau. Jurasevich as we go below 11 minutes to play in the third period. Maine now up 5-2. It was 2-2 at the start of the period. Arnott. Jurasevich. Jurasevich will try, but that one off a stick and out of play. 10:41 to go in the third. The Black Bears have scored 3 unanswered in the first half of the third period to lead 5-2. You're watching Hockey East on ESPN+. Martin Surplus and Salvage. With 13 locations throughout Maine, you'll never have to say, I should have bought it when I saw it at Martin's. With an all-wheel drive Hyundai Tucson on your team, you can tackle any obstacle. It's your journey. Own every mile in a brand new Tucson. Visit QuirkHyundaiofBangor.com today. And Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is a local family-owned company that has been serving Maine communities for over 40 years. Proudly voted Bangor's best cleaning and restoration company since 2015. Arnott through traffic, got it all the way through. Andrelevich gloves that.
You know, very often what you do on the power play, whether you score or not, if you have an effective power play and a lot of zone time, a lot of good looks at the net, it carries over to what you do 5-on-5, and right after that, the Nolan Renwick line with Josh Nadeau and Taylor Makar, very effective in puck possession. 5-on-5, and that's a good sign for Maine. You want to really get back to all those things that we talk about that they've been so good at in the first half of this year.
Charlie Russell will get that one deep into the offensive zone for Maine. Black Bears playing without a couple of their regulars today. Brandon Holtz The Hockey East Defender of the Month for October is out for this weekend, missing his second straight weekend. Expected to be back, though, by the end of the month. Offside here against Maine. Of course, Lyndon Breen, too, sustaining a lower body injury last Saturday at RPI that resulted in surgery that happened yesterday, and he is out indefinitely.
Yeah, it's a big loss offensively. Of course, Brandon Holt is too, in a different way, because he's that guy that gets those pucks through to the net on the power play and even strength, and has picked up a lot of assists as a defenseman just by his effective use of the wrist shot from the blue line, finding the open lane, guys getting to the net front, getting the rebounds and redirects.
Maine with a few good chances there. Andrew Levitch holding one of those out, and that one ends up on the Stonehill bench as Calafieri tried to bank it up the glass, but was in front of the bench instead. 9:34 to go in the third. Maine leads Stonehill 5-2. This is Hockey East on ESPN+. Pizzas and spicy wings are the ultimate fuel for your taste buds, making every bite a winning play. Visit us at freshiesdeli.com for our latest daily deals and much more. Fast, fresh, friendly Freshies. And tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Down East Orthopedic Associates, the official orthopedic provider of the Black Bears. And this game is also brought to you by Pepper's Landing. Check out their lunch, dinner, and gluten-free menu at pepperslanding.com or stop by one of their 3 locations in Old Town, Brunswick, and Rochester, New Hampshire. With the puck here is Antonacci, and that is gloved down by Connor Andrulevich.
Maine wins the faceoff cleanly, get it back to Antonacci, and instead of taking a shot right away, he looks for a lane, moves to his right laterally. They get it to him, watch him step into the middle of the ice. Good job. Looking for a lane to get through to the net front.
It is Brady Hunter who has one of the 2 goals for Stonehill today. Antonacci from behind the goal. Luke Antonacci gives to Oscar Komarov to get it into the zone. Gibson has it back.
Over.
And Bankier and Komarov were kind of tangled up. Both had fallen. They're back up now. And here comes Mitten with a little giddy up. Mitten couldn't get it by Tertichny and then delivered the hit to Ross Mitten. Sent around by Stonehill and deep into the main zone. Chabrier checks Hunter off the puck. Tertichny at the right point, fumbled that. Scott tied him up. Chabrier comes in. This is a 4-on-1 for Maine. With Creel, one-timer by Chabrier missed.
Yeah, send it back to the guy with the least chance of scoring on such a bad angle.
Brazil is that one. Brazil wants it back for the one-timer and tipped in front. And Andrulevich did cover it up. It ended up in the net after the whistle, and there's some extracurricular after that.
Yeah, Mittens getting tangled up behind the net. Thomas Friel in there. The usual suspects, right, as I like to call them. But Maine, 4-on-1. Oh, they sent it back to the defenseman who was along the goal line. I don't want to be critical, but I'm going to be critical, aren't I? It's easy. It's an easy game when you see it from up here, right?
Right.
You go, oh, of all the options that you had, that's the one you went with, but all right.
Pretty rare that you see a 4-on-1.
And 4-on-1, and the defenseman is the guy down on the goal line. Not to beat it to death, but I guess I'm going to.
Draw to the right of Andrulevich here. Former Maine Black Bear, transferred to be the starter at Stonehill after 4 seasons here at Maine, only made 6 appearances. That one misses the net. It is Nicholas shooting around. Brandon Chabrier takes it back and banks off the boards and out to center. Brought back in, but offside. Hastings hadn't vacated the zone yet before Granda skated it in.
Yeah, so if you're Maine, you just want to finish this game strong. You got to play these guys tomorrow night. You want to finish the game strong so that what you do in the third period carries over into the first period tomorrow night. You want to give these guys any reason to be optimistic for tomorrow's game, right? You just want to give them no hope whatsoever. So you want to throw a blanket over them defensively and just keep driving pucks to the net.
And we mentioned Maine playing without a couple of their key players. Stonehill's actually missing a couple of their key players as well. Their leading scorer this season, Anthony Galante, a sophomore, will not play this weekend. He took a 5-minute major on Wednesday night against Alaska Anchorage and did not make the trip. They're also missing sophomore defenseman Dominic Campione today as a healthy scratch, although Coach David Berard told us that Campione will be in the lineup tomorrow.
Well, they need everything they can, every able body that they can get their hands on, obviously. So we'll see what Campione brings to the ice tomorrow. But Maine plays the way that they have played in the first period, and then here in the third period, it should be a similar result. But got to play the game.
Galante is a big miss too. He's got 9 goals this season, which is one of the top 10
really stands
totals
out in
the
their
country.
lineup. Yeah, no doubt.
And to not have him available against the number 5 team in the country that just happens to have the third best scoring offense in NCAA Division I hockey is certainly tough. 6.5 minutes to go in the third period. Stonehill has definitely shown well today, pulling even late in the second period with the 5th-ranked Black Bears, but Maine getting back to its game here in the third period, and now ahead by 3 goals. Jack Dalton to Liam Lesikowski. Nemo reached out for it, but Gaudette got a piece of it too, and it ends up out of play.
Yeah, if you're Stonehill, this is part of the learning process, part of the growth, the painful part of it, and paying your dues, so to speak, against a ranked opponent in their building with a big crowd, which I gather they don't play in front of a lot of.
Yeah, they play their home games at Bridgewater Ice Arena in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, a neighboring community to northeastern Mass, which is where Stonehill is located. They are going to build an on-campus rink, though, in the near future. 5-2, Maine leads Stonehill with 5:56 to go. You're watching Hockey East on ESPN+. Natural Gas is proud to support the University of Maine on and off the ice. Just as our community thrives on teamwork, we rely on clean, efficient natural gas to power our homes and businesses. Learn more at bangorgas.com. Icing against Stonehill, which definitely has dissipated a lot since the first period.
We were on a record pace in the first period, and then it dried up in the second and a little bit more in the third, but it's okay.
Unofficial shots on goal right now, 45 for Maine, 14 for Stonehill. So Connor Andrelevich with 40 saves here in his old stomping grounds, coming back to Maine. Again, played 4 seasons here. Got into 6 games, started 3, had a 1-1-1 record as a starter with Maine. All of his appearances in his sophomore and junior years.
Beautiful setup. Harrison Scott to Ross Mitten in the slot. Great shot there. Well set up. Maine continues to press the attack, which is what they should do. Keep playing your game. So when you don't play your game, that's when bad habits creep in and it carries over to the next game. So we're all big boys out here. Doesn't matter what the score is. You just keep playing the game that you know how to play.
Maine, of course, is going to have a 3-week break after tomorrow's game. Won't play another one until after Christmas, December 29th in Portland against the Bentley Falcons, who have been very good. They are the leaders in Atlantic Hockey America so far this season, and at one point had 3 consecutive shutouts not that long ago.
Yeah, and gave Maine everything that they could handle last year. When When we called that game down in Portland, I believe it was 3-1?
3-2.
3-2, okay, yeah, right. So, not a gimme by any stretch of the imagination. And then, of course, then we got to get ready to play Denver.
Denver, of course, the number 2 ranked team in the country right now, although they are in a 3-game losing streak after starting 12-0. Those games in early January here at Alfond Arena. Of course, Denver is going to be missing a few guys as well as their coach to the World Junior Championships, which are happening during that week. Charlie Russell gives it away to Chambers, who got his first collegiate goal today to open the scoring for Stonehill. After they fell behind 2-0, they got it to 2-2 at the end of the second. But now a 5-2 lead for Maine as they piled them in the first 7:04 of this period, scoring 3 times. Grayson Arnott, Nicholas Nemo, and Josh Nadeau with the goals. Back it goes to the point. Bankier. Now Sholey looking to turn it out to center, but Milady kept it alive. Fowler. He'll let Russell take over. Charlie Russell. Chabrier chops at it. Got it to the blue line, but not out. Or that one over to Ireland, but he missed the net. Or to Zach Aben. Chabrier, like he toe-picked there. And Brazil gave it away. Not in the wheelhouse for Katie. He'll have to go back and get it. That one knocked down by Chabrier, and that stung him. Might have hit him in the kneecap. In comes Aben once again. His shot stopped by Boya. Arnott to Lesikowski. Anthony Calafieri. Calafieri looking for Nemo. Calafieri and Nemo to Komarov. That one blocked by Gibson, Justin Gibson. That shot missed, or pardon me, got blocked. And back out it comes as Stonehill clears. Komarov back in. Calafieri couldn't quite reel it in to get a shot as he was getting between the circles. Hastings looking for Schreifels. Lesikowski deflected it. As that one shot around, Gaudet couldn't be turned on net there by Hastings. Schreifels there as well. Schreifels gets knocked down, and it's Antonacci with the puck. Antonacci lifts it back into the Stonehill end, but that is icing against Maine with 1:27 left.
Well, if you're Maine, just close it out. 1:27 left. And you want guys to just continue playing Maine hockey. And whatever happens, don't get anybody hurt.
Face off to the left of Boya. Stonehill controls it, but the shot wide by Hastings. Gibson, back out front it goes. Good block, though, on O'Brien.
Yeah, Harrison Scott, good job, good recognition. Saw what was happening, slid over, and blocked that shot.
Lesikowski takes back over. Grainda knocked him over. They'll continue to battle as we go below a minute to play. That one gets by Gibson and out to center. Bankier. And now Devlin O'Brien shoots it in. Arnott has the puck. Grayson Arnott, whose first goal of the season, appears as though it will be the winner. Androlovic with the puck now. And Tertichny back in his own end. Josh Nadeau couldn't quite keep it in. Arnott reaches out to keep it from Katie. Jurasevich to Josh Nadeau. Will one-hand that one into the zone. Cam Gaudet for the final 10 seconds. Gaudet plays deep. It'll stay behind the goal line. And Arnott lifts it away, and that does it. Black Bears get the win. It was a little bit tougher than maybe expected.
credit where credit is due, and the Skyhawks recommitted to their game in the second period, made it interesting, actually tied this hockey game up on the power play goal there by Hunter, and Maine recommitted to their game in the third period, which is what we were calling for, and they got back to what has made them successful. Simple plays, pucks to the net, bodies to the net, puck possession, forechecking, all that was on display in the third period, and they come away with a solid 5-2 win.
So Maine gets the victory. Goals in the first period by McCarr and Scott, and then in the third period by Arnott, Nemo, and Nadeau as we begin our Bangor Savings Bank post-game show. Bangor Savings Bank, believe in you, we do. As the Black Bears get the victory lap today. As mentioned, it was a little tougher sledding than maybe some observers would have expected, but these are games you grow from.
Yeah, a little bit uncomfortable in the second period. They allowed Stonehill to crawl back into the game. That's not something that you want to do. Once you're in the driver's seat, I've said it before, keep driving to the net, that is, and they made a few mistakes in Stonehill, to their credit. They're Division I college hockey players, and they want to win, and they're highly motivated in their journey to, the upper echelon